Chromosome compaction or condensation of chromosome is a remarkable process by which a cell converts its chromatin fiber into a more condensed form like chromosome. Chromosome compaction is essential for each and every cell in order to division. In this process of chromosome compaction, several multiprotein complexes are involved. One of them is condensin. Hello friends, welcome to Biology Concern. I am Animesh. In this video, I am going to discuss about the chromosome compaction in brief, so you can understand the complex mechanism in a easiest way. So let's jump into the topic. As per the definition, what is a chromosome compaction or condensation of chromosome? So chromosome compaction at the beginning of mitosis, before segregating its chromosome, a cell converts chromatin fiber into much shorter, thicker structure by a remarkable process known as chromosome compaction. So in this case here, if we consider this is a nucleus, so chromatin fibers are now condensed into a much thicker and condensed form of chromosome. Okay, so this is the main feature of the chromosome compaction. By this process, chromatin fibers are converted into a chromosome structure. Here condensins plays a major role, a crucial role for the compaction of chromosome. Okay, so when in interphase stage, at the interphase stage, when a cell replicates its own DNA and produces sister chromatids, so these two are sister chromatids here. So when a cell produces our sister chromatids, they first join together with a particular multiprotein complex known as cohesin. Cohesin is made up of two different kinds of proteins. That is, one is SMC and one is the SCC. So here SMC1 and SMC3 along with SCC1 and SCC3 binds those sister chromatids together and it held to sister chromatids together. What is the full form of SMC and SCC? SMC stands for structural maintenance of chromosome protein and SCC stands for sister chromatid cohesin protein 1. So SCC stands for sister chromatid cohesin protein 1 and SMC stands for structural maintenance of chromosome protein. So these two plays a crucial role in order to joining or holding two sister chromatids together first. Next thing, a multiprotein complex condensins play a major role to in order to chromosome compaction. So here another protein that is also made up of SMC and SCC plays a crucial role for the compaction or condensation of the chromosomes. Here you saw that the DNA is curled up and those curling point, the joining point is held by a protein. These specialized proteins are known as condensin. Okay, so these specialized proteins are known as condensins. Condensins make up of two different kinds of proteins. One is SMC2, SMC4 and another one is SCC. Okay, here SMC's structural maintenance of chromosome proteins are different from cohesins, because in case of cohesin, SMC1, that is structural maintenance of chromosome 1 and structural maintenance of chromosome 3 is involved, but in the case of condensin, those multiprotein complexes are made up of structural maintenance of chromosome 2 and structural maintenance of chromosome 4. Here in every line, this is one of the sister chromatid and this is one of the sister chromatids. When it ultimately moves to the prophase stage, in early prophase, those condensins are actually held to curl up the DNA and produces a more condensed form of chromosome. So this one is the chromosome and this one is the chromatin fiber. Okay, so here condensins plays a major crucial role of condensing or curling of the DNA. So if we remove the condensins, that prevents the chromosome compaction. So if we remove those condensin proteins from the cell in vivo, then those process of chromosome compaction or chromosome condensation cannot be done. And here is the evidence of those phenomenon. In the presence of topoisomerase 2, topoisomerase 2 is a protein that cuts the DNA, okay, and ATP condenses able to bind DNA in vitro. So in the presence of topoisomerase 2 and ATP, condensins is able to bind with the DNA in vitro. outside of the cell and curl the DNA into positively supercoil. So condensenes actually make a positive supercoil from the negative supercoil and it curl the DNA. Condensenes is activated and at the onset of mitosis. So when a cell progress from G2 to M transition, then this early mitosis phase or early prophase phase, those condensenes are activated. Okay, and those condensenes activated by the help of or phosphorylation of several of its multiprotein subunits, that is the SMC2, SMC4, with the help of cyclin CDK complex. Cyclin is a protein that is present inside of the cell, and CDK, those are the cyclin dependent kinases. Those CDKs are actually an enzyme and it is a kinase type of enzyme. Okay, so what is the major function of kinase? Kinase is actually phosphorylate some of the other proteins. Okay, so where kinase is present, where kinase is activated, kinase is ultimately phosphorylate those SMC2 and SMC4 proteins and help to activate the whole process and the condensenes. DNA of each interphase chromosome becomes associated at the sites along its length with multiprotein complex called cohesin. So whenever in the S phase, when DNA replication takes place, so in the S phase DNA replication occurs. Okay, so in this phase DNA is made of its own copy and those interphase stages actually helps the cohesin proteins to activate, and those cohesin proteins are ultimately hold two sister chromatids together. And what is the major function on when cohesin is dissolved? At the prior of anaphase, then separase, a particular enzyme activated, okay, separase, a particular protein activated, and it actually blocks the activity of securin, another protein. So separase is blocked the activity of securin and it ultimately leads to the dissociation of those cohesin protein by the phosphorylation of cohesin subunits by the help of two different enzymes known as polo-like kinase and aurora B kinase. So aurora B kinase and polo-like kinase plays a crucial role in the anaphase transition where sister chromatids are separate. So in case here securin is stopped by the activity of separase and here all polo-like kinase and aurora B kinase activates and those dissociate SCCs from SMCs of the cohesin molecule. Thereby they actually open the whole complex and those sister chromatids are separate, and by pulling force of the microtubules from the centrosomes in this phase the two sister chromatids are separated. Okay, so this is the whole function of chromosome compaction. So chromosome compaction is a very much crucial function for each and every cell to undergo a division, because chromatin fiber takes a long area, okay, takes a long place, and in case of chromosomes they are actually very much shorter and very much thicker, so they actually takes a little bit of space. This is why chromosome compaction is very much important for a cell, and in this total process SMCs, that is the structural maintenance of chromosome, and SCCs, that is the sister chromatid cohesin proteins, those are the important factors, those are the important molecules or proteins that makes a multi-protein complex, either cohesin or condensine. Those actually helps to complete or curl the DNA and produces a more compact structural form, that is the chromosome. I think this video is helpful for you to understand the molecular basis of DNA chromosome compaction and how chromosome compaction occurs, how condensenes are involved in this case of chromosome compaction. If you like that video, please hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.